Dear students, this is part 4 class of dual nature of radiation and matter. In last class, we studied about the experimental arrangement and observations of photoelectric effect. Okay. So let us start the class with photocell. Photo means light. Cell means it is source of electrical energy. Hence, photocell is a device which converts light energy into an electrical energy. Okay. Next is construction. Here, so in diagram we can observe the photocell consists of semi-cylindrical photosensitive material plate C called as emitter and a wire loop A called as collector are supported in an evacuated glass or quartz tube, and it is connected to external circuit consists of high tension battery and micro emitter. Okay, here the micro emitter is to measure current, photocurrent. Okay, right. So next is working of the photocell. Here the photocell works on the principle of photoelectric effect. Okay, here when light of suitable wavelength falls on emitter C, photoelectrons are emitted and are collected in collector. Hence, photocurrent of order of few microampere is obtained from the photocell. Okay. So next is the applications of photocell. Photocells are used in television camera for telecasting scenes. Next, in phototelegraphy, in counting devices, in burglar and fire alarms. Next, to switch on and off of street lighting system and in photometry. Okay. Next topic is wave theory of light. According to wave theory, light is an electromagnetic wave consisting of electric field and magnetic field with continuous distribution of energy in region of space over which wave is extended. Okay. So in diagram we can observe here the electric field is denoted by capital E and magnetic field is denoted by capital B. Okay, right. Here the electric field is acting along Y direction and magnetic field is acting along Z direction. Okay, and the wave is propagating along X direction. Okay, and also we know these three axes X, Y, Z, these three axes are mutually perpendicular to each other. Okay, so hence the electromagnetic wave means the wave in which electric and magnetic field vectors are perpendicular to each other. Okay, also both are perpendicular to direction of wave propagation. Okay, such waves are called as electromagnetic waves. Okay, so next is the failure of wave theory of light. Here the photoelectric effect could not be explained by wave theory of light. Okay, so let us discuss those points one by one. So here the first point is, so if a light is a wave, maximum kinetic energy of photoelectron should increase with the increase in intensity. Okay, but experiment shows that maximum kinetic energy of photoelectron increase with the frequency and it does not depend on intensity. Okay. Here, according to wave theory, here the radiation is incident on the metal surface, means the electromagnetic wave is incident on the metal surface. Okay, radiation is in the form of wave. So, as intensity of the wave is increased, then electric and magnetic field associated with the wave also increases. Means the energy associated with the wave increases because energy is stored in electric field and magnetic field. Hence, the energy absorbed by the electron also greater. Yes, also greater. Means here the maximum kinetic energy of the electron is increases. Okay. Hence, on increasing the intensity, maximum kinetic energy of the electron also increases. It is according to what? Wave theory. Okay. But the experimental facts shows that maximum kinetic energy varies with the frequency. Okay, linearly varies with the frequency. Next, the second point is, according to wave theory, a sufficiently intense light should be able to impart enough energy to electron for emission. So, threshold frequency should not exist. But the experiments shows that existence of the threshold frequency for photoelectric emission. Okay, what it means? Here, the wave theory could not explain concept of threshold frequency. According to wave theory, the intensity plays important role than frequency. Okay. Hence, according to wave theory, the threshold frequency should not exist. But experimentally, frequency of radiation must be greater than threshold frequency to achieve photoelectric emission. Okay. Next, the third point is, if light is a wave, several hours of time would be required for an electron to absorb enough energy to be emitted. This is according to wave theory, but experimentally it is observed that photoelectric effect is instantaneous process. Okay. Here, so according to wave theory, photoelectric effect is not instantaneous process. Okay. Because when light falls on metal, energy of the wave distributed among all electrons. Okay. Hence, time taken by each electron to absorb enough energy is more. Because here, each electron should absorb enough energy, so it takes longer time, right? So, here electron can take longer time to overcome attractive force and escape out of the metal. But experiments shows that photoelectric effect is instantaneous process. Okay. So, finally, wave theory could not explain the photoelectric effect. Means wave theory is incorrect? No. There will be some aspect to explain photoelectric effect. So this mystery of photoelectric effect solved by Albert Einstein. Okay. Next topic is Einstein's photoelectric equation. Einstein explained photoelectric effect on the basis of quantum theory of light. Okay, quantum theory of light was proposed by Max Planck. According to this theory, light is emitted or absorbed in the form of discrete units of light. Those units are called as quanta. And the quantum of light was named by Einstein as photon. So according to quantum theory, the energy associated with each photon can be written as E equal to h nu, where h is Planck's constant and nu is frequency of light or radiation. Okay, so according to Einstein, when radiation falls on metal plate, means number of photons each of energy h nu falling on metal, then those electrons interact with the photons and absorb enough energy and escape from the metal surface. Okay, so here during photoelectric emission, photon of energy h nu and frequency nu is incident on the metal surface, then part of energy is utilized for two purposes. First, in escape of the electron from metal surface, that is work function of the metal, okay, or to overcome the attractive force of the ions. And the remaining part of energy appears as maximum kinetic energy of photoelectrons. Hence, the absorbed energy h nu can be written as h nu equal to sum of these energies, that is work function of the metal pi naught plus maximum kinetic energy of the photoelectrons. Okay, hence here K maximum can be written as half into mv square maximum, where v maximum is maximum velocity of the photoelectrons. These equations are called as Einstein's photoelectric equation. Okay, this is important on exam point of view. Remember these equations. Okay, next, Einstein's explanation of photoelectric effect. This is also exam point of view very important question. Okay, it can be asked for 5 marks. Write Einstein's photoelectric equation and his explanation on photoelectric effect. Okay, so there are 4 explanations. Let us discuss one by one. So first one is, as intensity of incident radiation increased, more number of photons interacts with matter, hence more number of photoelectrons emitted. That's why photoelectric current is directly proportional to intensity of incident light. Okay, so what it means? Here, according to Einstein, photocurrent is directly proportional to intensity. Okay, so how did Einstein justify this? Here, light means photons. Okay, increasing the intensity means increasing number of photons. Okay, as number of photons increased, number of electrons with which photons interacts also increases. So number of photoelectrons emitted also increases. So number of photoelectrons flowing per unit time means it is photocurrent. Hence photocurrent also increases. So finally, on increasing the intensity, photocurrent increases. Next, second explanation. K maximum depends linearly on frequency nu, but independent of intensity of radiation. As frequency of incident radiation increases, K maximum of photoelectrons also increases. Hence, corresponding stopping potential also increases with the increase in frequency of radiation. Okay, here, so this point can be explained according to equation. Here K maximum equal to h nu minus pi naught. Okay, pi naught is work function. Its value is constant for a given metal. Means different metals have different value of work function. Hence, K maximum is proportional to what? H nu. Okay, we may write K maximum is proportional to H nu, or K, here H is also constant. Hence, K maximum is proportional to nu. Okay, so according to Einstein's equation, so we can tell K maximum is proportional to frequency. Hence, K maximum depends on frequency, not on intensity of the light. Okay, next we know the relationship between K maximum and stopping potential. Okay, what is that? K maximum equal to E into V naught. Okay, so as K maximum is depends on frequency, stopping potential is also depends on frequency. Means here stopping potential also varies linearly with the frequency of light. Next, third explanation is photoelectric emission is possible only if h nu is greater than pi naught. Hence, minimum energy required for photoelectric emission is h nu naught equal to pi naught. Hence, nu naught equal to pi naught divided by h, where nu naught is threshold frequency. Okay. Here, we know E equal to h nu according to quantum theory. Okay. Minimum energy required for photoelectric emission is pi naught. Will you agree? Yes. Actually, work function means what? It is the minimum energy required for an electron to escape from the metal surface. Yes. Okay. Hence, the minimum energy is pi naught. Then minimum frequency can be written as nu naught. Yes. In above equation, E equal to h nu, E is energy, nu is frequency. If energy is minimum, that is pi naught. Minimum frequency, nu naught. Hence, equation can be written as pi naught equal to h nu naught. Yes, pi naught equal to h nu naught. So, from this equation, nu naught can be written as pi naught divided by h. Next, last explanation is photoelectric emission is considered to be collision between photon and an electron inside the metal, and it is an instantaneous process. Here, when photon hits the electron, entire energy of the photon immediately absorbed by the electron. Okay, immediately absorbed by the electron. So there is no time gap between emission of the photoelectron and interaction of the photon with the electron. Okay, interaction of the photon with the electron means the falling of light on metal. Okay, so hence there will be no time gap between these two processes. Hence this process can be considered to be instantaneous process. So finally, Einstein satisfactorily explained the photoelectric effect. So that explanation confirmed particle nature of light, because Einstein explained the photoelectric effect considering light as a particle, that is light as a photon.